everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life. I just played with the exposure a little bit, so if this video looks a little blown out, that is why. I was really trying to not have the shadowiness to the video, so we'll see how it goes. But that's not what this video is about. Today we are talking about my 1-year workout anniversary. This was actually officially December 8th, and I do have notes written down, so I will be walking through some of this. It is way past that. This is actually the first sit-down video I'm filming for 2022, so Happy New Year to you guys. So this setup's totally not working for me, so I'm gonna be readjusting it yet again. So be patient with me with the background changes and all that coming up. I did order Johnny a standing desk. It's one of those adjustable up and down desks because he's been wanting one of those for a while, and that's one thing I thought I could get him up into the future guest room / office room and get him out of the scrapbook room if I got him a new desk. So that's my hope. Hopefully I will be back in the scrapbook room soon. But anyway, we are going to talk about workout anniversary. I am super duper effing proud of myself for working out and sticking out for 1 year. I'm still going. I'm still super excited about working out. I ended up having quite a bit of a setback, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's been a year. I'll tell you what started this whole thing. Like, Peloton didn't start the whole thing. Apple Fitness Plus started this whole thing, and I ended up using it. I wanted to just test it out. It was a brand new thing, so I did 30 days of Apple Fitness Plus, just using my watch, and I really enjoyed it. So I ended up signing up for a year subscription with that, and then I thought, to give it a fair shake, I will try the Peloton app as well, because that's another one that people really like. And at the time, Peloton had a 60-day free trial. So I ended up trying that and just falling head over heels in love with their coaching style, with their motivation style, and really liking the instructors and understanding why people go crazy for the Peloton, what I call the Peloton Cult. Like, it is a workout cult. If you're in the Peloton group, there's all sorts of lingo and quotes and inspiration that you feel, and you repeat like some of the sayings that the coaches have. Like, you repeat those in everyday life. Like, I'll go to the workout group and she'll be like, okay, this is their last set. And the coaches say, last set, best set. And so when she does that, people will look at me and I'll be like, last set, best set. I always say it. They know I'm gonna say it. One of those things that I've gotten from the Peloton thing. So I ended up trying it out. My bestie had actually talked about getting a Peloton for quite a while. She had been wanting a Peloton at the time. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try the app. Like, I thought it was kind of over the top and pretentious and too expensive and all that stuff. When I started using the app, totally fell in love, and then totally wanted the Peloton bike. I ended up starting the Peloton app in January and then got the bike end of May. So I got that bike. Johnny surprised me, like letting me order it. I was really trying to wait 6 months. Like, when I work out for 6 months, then I'll order the bike, and he let me order it a little early. He just knew how much I really wanted it. So I have been riding it. I have 230 rides. I'll talk about my stats in this video, but I just love the bike so much. So I will talk about my first setback, and I'm currently in the middle of a second setback. Right around Thanksgiving, I went to the workout group Monday through Wednesday. That Wednesday, we were actually supposed to squeak in a date night right before the holidays, before Thanksgiving. And that day, Johnny just felt like dirt. He just seemed like he felt like dirt. I had to cancel on our babysitter, and he just went to bed like in the middle of the afternoon and did not wake up till the following afternoon. Like, he was barely talking to me, and I could just tell he felt like absolute crap. Thankfully, he felt a little bit better. We did have Thanksgiving just at home, just the 4 of us, and he felt a lot better after that. And then the girls ended up with high fevers just for like a day or two, and then I ended up with a high fever, and we all started coughing. And that was like the worst part of it is, okay, we're pretty sick. I felt pretty sick for like a 2-week stretch. I didn't go to workout group. I basically didn't do anything. The kids had gotten over their fever, so Olivia was going back to school, but I was coughing like just incessantly, staying up at night because I was coughing myself awake. And this went on for me for 5 weeks. Everybody else got over it in the first couple of days, and I think Olivia coughed a little bit after that, but not to the extent I was coughing. Having coughing attacks, waking up at night coughing, it was just miserable for me. So basically for 5 whole weeks, I was coughing and miserable. And even when I started feeling better, anytime I would try to exercise, I would induce a coughing attack. So I basically didn't work out for 5 weeks. I have not been back to workout group. I was planning on actually going back today. Over the Christmas time, I stopped coughing. I was able to start working out again. And so I have been working out, but I ended up tweaking my back on January 1st, which was super frustrating because I have my fitness planner all set up, ready to go. I started writing things in and I got gung-ho. I've got the Hardcore on the Floor calendar here, which is just a strength training calendar that somebody does with Peloton classes. So it's all Peloton based stuff. And I was excited. It was a yoga and a meditation thing. And then I wanted to move on. So I went ahead and did some of the Saturday for the following Saturday, because that first day was a really light day just to get people started. And I wanted a little bit more. So I did the 10-minute core class from the following Saturday, and it happened to be a standing core class, which I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's all standing, bending, and twisting movements. So you're working your abs based on how you're twisting and bending, and I don't know what I did. I bent or twisted wrong and tweaked my lower back. So my lower back was super duper sore that evening into the next day. And then January 3rd, which was the third day, I was able to exercise again, feeling great. And then the 4th, Stella was having a temper tantrum. I picked her up off the ground, so I'm like bending over, picking her up, and tweaked that same little spot again. So yesterday I was in a lot of pain, just like my lower back being sore. And today I feel a lot better. So I think maybe tomorrow I can start working out again, but I have got to be really careful with bending over. Like that means a lot of the glutes and legs exercises cannot be done. Before I did this thing on January 1st, I used to be able to bend over, reach my toes, like put my hands under my toes for some of the yoga things. I was getting pretty flexible. Now I can't. I'm like 1.5 feet away from the ground when I'm reaching down because my back is just a little bit tight and sore. It's not in pain right now, but it feels like very sore right now. So I'm taking it easy. I'm babying it. Today I did a 10-minute yoga and a 10-minute core class, and both of them I had to do some adjustments. I couldn't do every move exactly how they said. So I'm just watching the injury, babying it. I don't think it's something serious to where I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. I'm hoping it's not. I can still walk and function. I just can't bend over very well. And the second day on both occasions has been so much better. So I feel like by tomorrow I'll be back to normal and I can forget about this a little bit, because I felt like, you know, I'm not even mid-30s. Technically, I'll be mid-30s this year, but that definitely is like a move that you just don't expect to happen in your mid-30s. You don't expect it to bend over and then hurt your back. Like, I just thought I was a little bit younger than that. So I've got to be really careful with that. So there's my little injury spiel. I didn't work out for 5 weeks. Kids went back to school and I planned on going back to workout group, but I have to baby my back for right now. So I'm just really itching to get back into my mom group. I haven't seen anybody since Thanksgiving time. Anyway, all of that totally a side tangent. I'm back to working out as much as I can, as much as my back allows. Let's go back and talk about the last year. In October, I missed closing my rings a couple of times and it totally felt defeating for some reason. I don't know why I took it so hard, but I missed my rings a couple of days. And then I also got a new watch. This is an Apple Watch Series 7 and I got the biggest size, the 45mm. And I had a problem with it, had to send it in and did not have data for 4 days. So I worked out, but it did not close my rings. My rings just look empty, and I'll show screen caps and things up on the screen. It totally made me lose my motivation. Like every day up until that point, I was really trying to close my rings every day. Even if it was a rest day, I still wanted to do like meditation and restorative yoga and that type of thing to get my rings closed. Well, I stopped doing that for a while. I was just really unmotivated. I didn't really need to close my rings because I'm like, what's the point? I already ruined the whole year because I missed a few days and then I missed those 4 days without a watch and I really let it mess with my head just mentally, and I lost a bit of the motivation. And like saying it and thinking about it, it sounds so dumb because it's just a watch. It's just a ring on the watch. I can still work out, it's no big deal. And the same thing that happens with the app itself, I'm trying not to let it get to me, but I like thrive. I live for these blue circles. I want one of these blue circles every day, and you can see on here I missed December 12th. For some reason, I just missed December 12th. I don't know why, but I missed it. And it just gets in my head like, oh, you missed one, what's the point? Like, why even try to close the ring on the watch? Why even try to get the blue circle? And I let it psych me out, which is so dumb. Like, I know it's dumb. I should just work out and be excited. And if I miss a day, it's no big deal. But I've gotten to that point where I want this like all or nothing perfection across all of the screen and all of the watch rings, and I'm trying to calm down with that because I know it's dumb, and I don't know why I let it get to me like I do, but I'm really trying to close my rings every day and get my blue check mark every day. And it's January the 5th, so I'm like, can I make it the full year closing the rings? Probably not. Like, I'm trying to be realistic. It's okay if I slip up and I miss a day here and there, not a big deal. Like, not life-shattering. It's like the smallest, most insignificant thing to worry about. For some reason, I'm totally totally hooked on it. It really messed with my head in October when I missed all those circles, all those check marks, and I'm really trying hard to chill out about it, but so far in January I have 5 days and I don't want to break the streak. So let's just say the New Year's motivation is totally a motivation for me. I'll go ahead and talk about my stats. I've done a ton of the meditation. I try to do a meditation in the morning, and then right before bed, I sit in the bed and do like a calming or relaxing one while I'm like looking through photos and doing a little bit of journaling. Just have the meditation on in the background, and then I do a sleep. Meditation number's really high, but I don't really care about that. I honestly wish that one was not on here so that I could just see my number of workouts total at the top. It does count the meditation in there. So I have 232 cycling rides, 197 yoga classes, which I'm super excited to hit 200 coming up soon. And strength, I have 192, which again, I'm super excited to hit 200 soon. I was really close thinking I would hit both of the 200s before the end of the year, and then catching that coughing virus thing totally knocked me off of it. And then stretching, I have 139, walking 35, running 13, cardio 8, bike boot camp 4. So I'd really like to do more bike boot camps, but one of my main fitness goals is getting to 500 cycling rides. So that's going to be my main thing. It's going to be concentrating on that, and then maybe I'll do some sort of challenge with bike boot camp to where I can take more of those, because those are really fun. I just really want to stick with the hardcore on the floor calendar right now, and I have loved the calendar. It is really hard. I'm still what I would consider a beginner. Like, I know if they're telling me what moves, I know what moves they're telling me, but I still suck at it. Like, I'm not good at it. So I can still like try to follow along the best I can. I'm still at the point where I'm like using 10s. I will sometimes even drop to 5s, but it's been very rare that I've been able to hold 15s for a lot of the classes. So I'm really still mostly just on 5s and 10s. I'm talking weights, 5 and 10 pound dumbbells. So I really have noticed progress on my body. I feel like my shoulder area is getting more defined. I've noticed I have little baby biceps, and I also have little baby triceps. So I'm super excited about that. I still have a mom pooch. I don't foresee that going away unless I really like kick butt doing nutrition. At this point, I'm not even tracking calories. I'm just trying to eat more healthfully, like not do all the snacking. And over Christmas break, when we had family here 2 times, basically all of December, we had family here. We were going out to eat a ton. We were eating whatever we wanted. And even then I was trying not to go too overboard with things, but I still ended up backtracking a little bit. I was pretty consistently around 161, 163. That's kind of where I fluctuated. And I am back up to 170 right now. So I did end up bouncing back up, 5 weeks of not working out, a whole month of eating whatever I wanted. And then also it's around that time of the month for me, so I'm a little bit bloated as well. So all those things combined, I'm back up at 170 right now, which I'm really, really hoping to get into the 150s. So that's going to be part of the motivation, is to keep my diet in check a little bit, cut out the snacking. I've been bad about snacking with family here. We're all like snacking in the evening and like playing video games and enjoying ourselves. And I really just can't do that. If I want to see results, I've definitely got to be more careful about it, but I'm really still, even though I backtracked a tiny bit, I'm still super duper proud of my progress. I ended up starting this whole fitness journey a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, actually. I started using MyFitnessPal in October and seeing a little bit of progress with that. And I was at 187 when I started. So a little over a year ago, going from 187 to 170 is pretty dang good. And I almost was at 160, before I backtracked a little bit. So I think I did dang good for somebody who's never worked out, for somebody who has always been like on the fluffier side as an adult. I think that's pretty good. And also having 2 kids, like you can't forget about that part of it. Having kids totally changes your body, and I don't have abs. I was doing the core classes really consistently, and I was getting like the lines down for like your side abs. I still have the mom pooch, so I never think I'm gonna get a 6-pack or anything, and that's not the point for me anyway. I just want to feel more comfortable in my body and get to a more healthy weight, because I know my weight's not at the healthiest spot it can be, and I just want to be the best version of myself. And I really I hate talking about weight and diet culture, because there are 2 extreme ends of this. It's like fit at any cost, no matter what, do anything, all the yo-yo diets, diet culture, blah, 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 all that stuff. Like weight is the most important thing in your life. And then there's this completely other end where I think it's gone too far, and I'm probably going to get flack for anything I say about this topic. So I'm just going to go there, guys. There's this other camp that's like everybody is perfect at the weight that they're at, and it doesn't matter what your scale says, you're healthy no matter what you do. And that's not true either. Like you can be skinny and unhealthy, but you can also be very large and very unhealthy as well. So I don't like that. Healthy at any size, I understand. It doesn't matter to me like what my weight is, what I look like. It matters that I love myself, and I'm doing this all, like I did this year journey because I effing love myself enough to do it. It's not to like fit into a certain pant size. It's not to look a certain way for society. It's because I love myself and I want to be the healthiest, strongest version of myself. Like those tiny baby biceps that I have built over this last year are something I am so effing proud of. I can't even explain to you. Like the motivation I see, I'm working out and my little girl is learning from me, learning what it is to be strong and healthy. That is everything to me. And it doesn't really matter what the scale says. It doesn't really matter what I look like. Like I'm never gonna get this six pack, and that's totally cool. I want balance in my life. I still want to be able to enjoy the foods and stuff. It's totally about balance for me, and it's about being a better version of myself. And I love myself enough to do it. That's where I want my message to come. I'm talking about weight here and there, but it's not about the weight. It's about how I feel, and I feel pretty dang awesome, and I feel really, really proud of myself, even though I had quite a bit of a setback. And I feel like even, let's say I wasn't sick for the 5 weeks, I still would have enjoyed life a little bit more around the holidays and loosened up a little bit more over the holidays. So I feel like that's just gonna be something that will probably happen every year, just like Thanksgiving to Christmas time. It's just gonna be like that. So I have to just be prepared for that. I do just feel more comfortable in my body after this whole year. So my camera cut off, it got too hot. So I just am really proud of the progress I made. This is the healthiest and fittest I've been as an adult. I'm just proud of what I've done, and I want to keep going. I want to see how strong I can get, how big those biceps can get. I want to be fit, and that's part of it. It's just being strong, having endurance, and I have my little fitness tracker now, and I'm super excited. I'm super motivated because it's the beginning of the year. Obviously, it's a time that people get motivated, but I feel like I've stuck it out now for over a year, and I'm just really proud of it. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully it's motivating and inspiring to somebody out there, because I didn't think this would be me. Like when I first tried the Apple Fitness Plus, I just thought, oh, it's gonna be a fun thing I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I like any of it. I did not realize how much I would like it. And then when I tried the Peloton thing, I did not realize how much I would love it. Like I am somebody who works out. I'm somebody who exercises, and that's not something I ever thought would happen. I feel like it has totally changed my life. And I've said it in other videos, like the Peloton has been life-changing for me. And I'm kind of shocked. Like when I think about it, like I was not somebody who exercised or worked out. Yeah, I chased my kids around, but I wasn't fit and I didn't have any strength or endurance, but now I do, and I'm getting more and more, and I'm just excited to see where this next year will take me if the first year took me to where I have a little baby biceps and triceps. So I'm just excited to see where it goes, the progress from here. And so I'm a year into the fitness journey. I did end up ordering flooring for our new home gym, and I'm super excited about it. I will take you guys on that journey. I've mentioned it in other videos, so I'll mention it really, really quick to you guys. I had mentioned it in a few videos, like we're setting up the home gym. It's part of the goals videos I've talked about a while, but somebody had asked me what room it's gonna go in, and I think I've covered it in one video, but I'm gonna mention it here too in case you guys are wondering. It's going in our formal dining room, and we are gonna enclose the space a little bit more. We are changing the flooring, which I'll show you guys when I do the home gym stuff. It's a room that started out as a playroom, and I didn't think we'd ever be formal dining room people. We're just not that kind of people. So I didn't know what it was going to turn into, but it's going to be a home gym now. And I'm very excited about this choice. I just don't like that it's like right in the front of the house. So it does need to be enclosed a little bit, but it's like the perfect size room. It's got a nice pretty window. It's got really tall ceilings. It's just a great, great room for a home gym. So I'm super excited about getting it all together. And I've got to talk with a contractor to help me on a couple of little tweaks for the room. And then it's going to be just all DIY and us buying and putting together equipment. It's gonna be really fun. Johnny wants to do like weightlifting with like barbells and things. So we were gonna get a whole squat rack and all that stuff to go along with it. But I'm super excited about it. It's gonna just take my workout journey up a notch, and I'm very excited to get the fitness stuff out of my scrapbook room so I can have my scrapbook room back, dedicated back. Part of the problem with my scrapbook room is I'm really motivated to work out in there because all my workout gear is in there, but I don't have the scrapbook inspiration because it's just not set up to be like a dream inspirational scrapbook space. So eventually I'll get there, but for now, it's just like trying to get the workout gear out. So looking forward to this year, I'm still sticking with the Peloton app, but I am not going to keep the Apple Fitness Plus. I ended up right at the end of the 30 days signing up for it because I really, really liked their yoga, and I still really like their yoga. I find it really calming and relaxing, but I found that I wanted to just do Peloton everything. To be honest, I wanted the numbers in the Peloton app. I wanted to be able to track it in one app, not be using two separate apps. So I just didn't use the other one hardly at all. So I ended up making it so it won't renew. It's supposed to renew, I think, like mid-February. Totally is not renewing. I'm going to be sticking with Peloton. I use it all the time. I use the app multiple times a day. I'm totally hooked. Like, this is a Peloton shirt. I really, really like it. So I do have a referral coupon if you guys are interested in a bike or a treadmill. You can look down below in the description for that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to take my nutrition a little more seriously. I've been dabbling a little bit with macros, but again, like, I don't wanna track things too much. I just want to concentrate on making sure I get enough protein so I can build muscle. I want to lean out a little bit and firm up a little bit, and part of that is going to be watching the protein intake. So I'm not going to like be chugging protein shakes all day or anything, but I definitely need to up my protein. When I track on my MyFitnessPal, I can see my protein is just not where it needs to be. So I will be taking that part a little more seriously, but not tracking every calorie, not weighing every last thing, just estimating and trying to do the best with a more practical approach. I just can't be really tedious about it or it makes it not fun. So I'm trying to keep it nice and fun. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys found it motivational. If I can work out, most people can work out. I'm really proud of myself, and I hope that you guys found it motivational too. So be sure to like, subscribe so you can follow me along, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching and have a great day.